Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. With us is Bloomberg television markets correspondent Nora Melinda with today's Stock Movers. All right, let's start with the big one, Nora.
A stellar day that we're seeing right now for shares of Apple. That's ticker AAPL. As you mentioned, it is hitting a record high here. This is the first record high that we're seeing of 2025. And this is after the company said, essentially there was some data that came out that showed that iPhone 17, the series for that iPhone outsold the iPhone 16 by 14% over the first 10 days, if you were to look at it respectively here. And that's for sales in the US and China. So, of course, you just are seeing them kind of knocking it out the park, hitting a record high here. But I mean, of course, if you still look at shares year to date, but they're up about 5% now. That's different than what it looked like earlier. That we're seeing a pop into the green clearly. But I mean, we also did see Loop Capital upgrading the stock to buy from hold. Lots of optimism right now in the market for this company.
Can I just, a little self-promotion for Tim Please. And me? But we had a great conversation with Mark Gurman about all things Apple. And I highly recommend, if you missed it, check it out. It'll be on our podcast feed a little bit later on. Can I do a little self-promotion?
You can do it. $3.9 trillion. That's what the market cap is right now.
I know. If I was Matt Miller, he'd be promoting it. just saying. Let's go to AppLovin. What's going on?
Yes, to keep it easy for us, the ticker is APPL. Shares are down as much as more than 7%. Now they're paired a bit, up down about 3.8%. This is after the New York Post reported that the state regulators have reached out to multiple short sellers in a possible preliminary probe on the company here. So the states involved in this concern are Delaware, Oregon, Connecticut. This all according to the report. But if you do look back earlier this month in early October, we had the SEC that was probing the company in terms of its data collection practices. So lots of heat right now on this company. Shares are up, though, 78% so far this year.
Okay, one stock that has been moving since before the U.S. market opened this morning. This one was kind of the first one on my radar today, Nora. What's going on?
BNP Paribas, ticker, we're looking at the US ADR, so I'll give you BNPQY if you want to look it up. Shares are down about 9% right now. As you mentioned, a lot of activity that we saw in the pre-market here. This is after a trial loss over past work in Sudan. They're saying that this could lead to a costly settlement here. And analysts are really saying that they don't expect a massive settlement cost here, but they do flag rising uncertainty here and pertaining in particular to this stock here. But BNP is saying that it should be overturned, but they did add that it doesn't have any pressure to settle this case here. So we'll just have to see how this one plays out. Shares up about 30% so far this year.
Help me understand, though, the market cap on the ADRs is about not just shy of 91 billion, but my understanding is if the litigation was expanded out to all the cases, could be something like 140 billion. Did I see?
Right. I know. I was seeing that as well.
How could so maybe investors just believe that they're not going to end up having to pay out that much, or it won't go that far. There'll be some kind of settlement earlier on. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
More than the market cap. Just saying.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.